Okay, so we start the official session. I'd just like to say hello to everyone who's made time to join this session. And I'm not going to take any of your time. I'm going to straight over hand over to Sehej. She's a great friend of mine, but she's also a great athlete. And she's kindly, given us half an hour, 40 minutes of her time today to discuss the importance of strength kind of workout, strength conditioning, and overall. So anyone who has any questions about things can literally just barge in and ask anytime. But Sej is going to have a very casual, open-ended forum to discuss about strength training. Sej, over to you. Please introduce yourself for everyone's benefit and then dive into your topic.
Yes. Hi everyone. Thank you for taking out your time today. I'm Sehej Maini. I'm currently competing in the sport of powerlifting. I recently represented India. Actually, it's not recent. It's been a year now. Still feels recent though. So I represented India in the powerlifting world championships, and I got a bronze medal for the country last year. And I continue to compete in the sport. I'm still practicing. I'm also practicing weightlifting. There's a slight difference between powerlifting and weightlifting. I can get to that as well. But my basic agenda of being here today is to talk about how important it is to do strength training. So, obviously, now we're at home, we don't have access to weights. So, not specifically weight training, although that is also very, very necessary. And once the gyms do open up, it would be great if you could shift your focus to weights as well, because that is very important. But if we don't have access to weights, strength training is very important. What I've noticed is that a lot of people associate fitness with just weight loss or muscle gain or bodybuilding. So there's a lot more to fitness. It's a very holistic lifestyle approach that you should have. And to have this kind of an approach, strength training is something that is very important, because so again, because people associate fitness with just weight loss, they have this misconception that by doing cardio, that's it. Like doing cardio is enough, which actually is a myth. Like, cardio is not the only thing that you should be doing, even if you do want to lose weight. So there's nothing wrong. Everyone has their own fitness goals. It is fine to have a goal of aesthetics. Like, tomorrow your goal could just be, okay, tomorrow I want six pack abs, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has different goals, but to achieve that goal, the kind of process that you follow is very important, and it should not be misled. So there are a lot of trainers also out there who will mislead you, saying um just do these certain kind of exercise or just go running and it will be fine. But the importance of strength training is what comes into picture here. So I could just explain the science behind this a little. What happens when you strength train is your muscle breaks down. So suppose I am today doing 20 push-ups in a row. Okay, my muscle is breaking down. Now, to recover or build that muscle back to, because it's broken down, of course, it needs recovery. So one thing is obviously going to be diet, but to recover that muscle, your body is burning a lot of fat. So actually, if you see, strength training and weight training is something which will burn a lot more fat and in the longer run also help you. So tomorrow, if your bones are weak, they are weak because the muscle around your bones are weak. If your knee is weak, it's because your quads are weak. So you have to work on your quads. So these kind of small things is what matters a lot, and it will help you in the longer run, even when you get older. Or the overall fitness aspect of it is, like, strength training is very, very important for that. So um yeah, I mean, basically what I usually do in my workouts is um my way of working out is usually like a full body workout every day, and that's something that I suggest also. So when you're approaching a workout, when you're programming your workout, don't focus on each muscle. Again, this is very goal specific. I mean, if you want aesthetics, you have to do isolation, you have to do your dumbbell curls and all of that. But if your goal is, if you want to achieve holistic fitness, then you should train in that way. So my workouts, my programming is usually more, I was telling Faraz also about how I usually program my workouts. It is more based on movements that will help you in your day-to-day life, functional movements. And that is something that Fitness is also following. So basic functional movements that tomorrow will help you get up and get going. And tomorrow, if you're running up the stairs, you won't get tired. Like, so that's it. I mean, that's literally all you need to be fit. So everyone's definition of fitness will be different. Mine, for me, it is feeling strong. When I feel strong, I could say I'm fit. But for, say, a CrossFitter would not call me fit because I can't do a handstand walk, right? So for everyone, the definition of fitness also differs a lot. Um, Coming back to the programming, what I suggest usually people to do is have focus on movement and not on muscle. So today I will be doing so every day actually. Basically, there are five basic movements that you do. One is pull, push, squat, carry, and hinge. Okay, so these are the five basic movements of life. I mean, every day we're doing pulling movements, pushing movements. Every day we're standing, sitting. That's a squat is basically standing and sitting. So every day in your workout, you should have variations of squats because this is what will help you stand and sit and get up. And in the future, you won't have knee problems or any of that. Like, I mean, even today, my mother is like 50 years old already complaining about knee pain, and it's not good like to watch something like that at such a young age. So that is why even she has started with strength training now, and it is very important. And a lot of people have, women especially, have this misconception that if they strength train or weight train, they start to get bulky. So again, that is one very wrong way of looking at strength training. Like today, if I tell you you should start weight training, you will picture probably a lady bodybuilder in your head, right? So that is the way we have been conditioned uh, about, and we've been told what fitness is about, which over the years is changing now. It is definitely evolving, which is a very good thing. The fitness industry is growing, and it's really nice to watch something like that happen. But there are still people who associate fitness in a very different way, which um, I would say is wrong. And then they're not fully informed about what strength training is, what weight training is, the benefits of these things. So basically, that is what I'm trying to also put out here, is that uh, if you do weight training, you're not going to get bulky. Like women think that if I start to weight train, I'll get broad. All these things, yeah,
Can I ask, or can any of us come in and ask questions in between? Is that okay?
yeah, of course,
Or
please
you want?
do.
Okay. So I thought I'll wait for you to have at least 10-15 minutes, and then
Oh,
we'll
no,
start
no,
talking.
please go ahead.
So I had a question. So we do a lot of, because we are a lot more stuck at home even now and don't have access to weights. So the form of workouts, even on F Fitness, what we're doing, we're doing HIIT, yoga, Pilates. So, but
Yeah,
in HIIT, we divide the workouts into, say, upper body, lower body. Lower body, we're doing exercises like squats and lunges, but we're not doing it with any weights. But we'll do jumps, for example, and things like that. Upper body, we're doing a lot of push-ups. For the back, we're doing push-up rows. Then we're doing core workouts, which are doing like plank, side planks. We do mountain climbers, uh, or side jacks, things like that. Now, a lot of these feel like aerobic exercises. They feel like cardiovascular kind of exercise, also because I've put it into a hit kind of format. So we do it, at a good pace with a count, and everyone likes that with the music in the background, with a count and in a group. So everyone gets geared up and does that. How do we incorporate, or maybe some of these are strength, like, a strength workouts, and not just cardiovascular or aerobic, as I call them, but how do we integrate strength into these kind of workouts?
So in these kind of workouts, now if you want to make it strength based and less, like if you want to reduce the cardio aspect of it, is when you change the interval, the time, like HIIT itself.
Yeah.
You tell me the full, what is the full form of HIIT?
High intensity interval training.
Exactly. So these are in intervals, and these are mainly it's in high intensity, and you're working out really fast with shorter breaks.
Time
The rest
durations. Yeah.
time, yeah, the rest time is less. So
Okay.
HIIT mainly is maximum work done in less amount of time.
Yeah. Okay.
So sorry. Yeah. So, what I would suggest would be probably make your workouts slower, increase the number of reps. So, suppose in your HIIT workout, can you give me, suppose an example would be I'm doing 10 push ups followed by 10 Superman
Yeah.
rows, followed by another back exercise.
So we're doing four different formats where we're varying variation is the time, except one where we're doing counts. For example, we are doing Tabata, which is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest.
Yeah, yeah,
Then we are doing a pyramid style workout, which is based on counts. We're doing start with 5, 7, 9, and then we bring it down or something like that.
the
Uh,
ladder.
then we do EMOM, which is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest.
Yeah.
So here the times double. So we just have a variation on based on timing, and some are based on counts, like pyramid is count based. But the exercises are more or less the same. What we've done is in pyramid style, we do, instead of focusing on the other side, say we do Tabata, we'll just focus on legs, then we'll start the upper body, then we'll do lower body, or sorry, or core, and then we'll do ab circuit at the end. So in a pyramid, we do the entire full body in one go. Then we start again. Like there are
Mhm.
12 exercises. We'll do all 12 or 15. Then we
The
start
idea
again.
is, so again, all of this is strength training only, but
Okay.
now in each exercise you have to give good amount of time for your body to adapt to that exercise. Like if you're saying 40 seconds, in those 40 seconds it's possible that one person is able to do only 5 squats and I'm able
True.
to do 20.
True. Yeah.
So if you want to make it more strength based, you put it not time based but reps, so that everyone is doing 20 reps.
Got it. Okay.
So they're getting the equal amount of strength.
So basically, if we slow it down, if I go do more count based, but we reduce the number of counts and we slow it down, then it will focus more on strength, even when we're doing the same exercises which we're doing in a hit kind of cardiovascular kind of way.
And also another thing that could be is um, instead of having a loop like push-ups followed by Superman followed by squats, you can just do 3 rounds of push-ups. So again, one
Hmm.
muscle is being put under so much pressure, so that muscle is breaking down a lot more.
Yeah.
But you are
Okay.
giving rest by switching the exercise. You are giving rest. Now, if I'm doing push-ups, then next you
Got
make
it.
me do squats. My shoulders are
Yeah.
getting rest, and they're getting
Yes.
rest till you make me do 5 exercises and come back to my shoulders.
First one, got it. Yeah, in pyramid, this is what's happening. So we are resting that one muscle, and then, although
Exactly.
what we do is we do three exercises of legs, then three of upper body, and three of core or cardio, and then come back. But if we did the three and then repeated the three again and repeated the three again, then you're focused on that one muscle group, and that's
Right.
improving strength on that muscle
Right.
group.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So a combination of count based, reducing the number of counts and trying to get more counts in, slow it down is fine. And
Yes.
also focusing on the same muscle group at one point in time before moving
Yes.
on to the other muscle group will help in improving strength.
Correct. And even
Okay.
each exercise, now when you're training somebody, you have to make sure that they're not rushing into the exercise. Like when you're doing
Yeah.
a squat, feel the muscles being used. Like even when you're doing a bicep curl, I can do a bicep curl without a dumbbell. You don't really, it's like if you
Okay.
just make your muscle tight and do this movement, maybe
Okay.
3 times for you
That's an
to feel
interesting
it.
one.
Like if I just do this 30 times, you
You'll
will
see yourself.
actually, yeah, of course you will. Yes. Yeah.
I wanted to ask the same question, like without using actual weights, how can you do this weight training? Like you told right now about the muscle curls, right? Without using actual weights. So are there some more exercises we can do without using actual dumbbells or actual weights? So just want to know about it.
Right. So again, now if you are just okay, suppose I do shoulder rotations. If I'm just doing this continuously,
Yeah.
right? My
Yeah.
shoulders are working. There's no weight here. But okay, so usually this I use this one for my warm-ups. So you do small circles, then you make bigger circles, and you do bigger circles. So right now, my shoulder is in this one position for a very long time. So the pressure that's coming under my shoulder, my shoulder is under pressure for a longer period of time.
Okay.
So my muscle here is breaking down now,
Right. Correct.
right? So that's how you can do. There are so many exercises. It's basically working it for a longer period of time and not the like if I'm just doing this for 5 seconds, it's not going to make sense.
Okay.
Because
Right.
there's no weight, so you have to compromise that with the amount of time.
Okay. Perfect.
Maybe we need you for one session where you show us how we can do a focused strength training exercise as
Yeah,
part of,
yeah.
like a 45
So
minute
I
session,
can
how we can
also like
focus on.
suggest to suppose have you all tried like the cobra push-up? So a lot of women that I
Hmm.
train usually don't know how to do push-ups. So substitute for that would be the cobra push-up. So now when you're doing that, you just have to make sure that your movements are slow and your muscles are under that pressure. Basically the
Okay.
negative, so you're going whenever you're going against gravity, you have to be very slow. You push up, but when you're going down, when you're going back down, you put your muscles under a lot more pressure. So when you're going against gravity in any movement, it should be much more slower and controlled. So when you're
Okay.
doing a squat, so what you can incorporate is say 5 seconds to go down. So you count for not each person, I mean you make an overall count. You say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in 5 counts they have to reach down, not in one count.
So Monday we have a hit session, which is Tabata. Maybe not Tabata, but EMOM on a Wednesday. I'll see if we can trial it out on even on a 20-second squat. We'll do only maybe 3 squats or 4 squats in 20 seconds if you're having a 5 countdown. So we can try that variation. We have never done that variation. We've always done jumps, lunges with high knees, compound exercises. So mixing two exercises up in
So
one
these are called tempo squats. So you can have
tempo
tempo
squats.
squats, you can have
Yeah.
tempo push-ups, you can have so basically doing anything
Hmm.
for 5 seconds. So even if I'm doing a Superman, I do a five
Yeah.
second and I hold there for five. I don't come
Got it.
down immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do things like that.
So this could be incorporated in almost any, like whatever we are doing in all exercises. We could have a tempo based hit
Exactly.
session
Yeah.
on one. So this is a great idea to take on board. Okay, I'll incorporate this on one of my trainings next week.
Great.
Maybe I think it would be nice if you just attend one, even if you don't do it. Just watch what we do, and you can give us some real great feedback. You know?
Definitely. I would love to do that. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
meaning to actually attend one of these and just
Yeah.
observe how you do it. Like judge you.
Why not? We're up for open criticism. Positive criticism is we're ready to take on board. Always.
Can
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I'll ask a question or rather like comment on something. So when you're doing any holding exercises, for example, squat hold or a wall sit hold, or even if you're holding on lunges on a Russian squat or whatever. So is that also counted as sort of like a resistance training?
Yeah, yes,
So we
definitely.
can incorporate an EMOM based on 40 seconds holding a squat and then the next exercise holding a lunge and the next exercise whatever
Correct,
else.
correct.
So that would
Yeah,
automatically become like your resistance training, strength
yes,
training.
yes, yes. Yeah.
I have a question. So, how does your muscle recover when we do full body strength training daily? How does the muscle recover in that case? Like complete body
So
strength training.
it's mostly the diet. It is the amount of protein. It's not mostly, it is entirely your diet.
Okay,
Like,
because that's my experience. I've been doing strength training at home. Like it's not that intense, but yeah, still I have few dumbbells and some other things. I've been trying to do strength training. I've been eating good amount of protein. Like that. That's this
again,
is
now, good amount, it should be calculated
yeah.
good
It's a
amount.
calculated one. It's a calculated one. Like it's almost twice the body weight in pounds. So I've been taking good amount and calculated macros, but still there is some. I wouldn't say like I am not well prepared for my next day's body training because there is some muscle or something that is still paining. Like you would
Okay,
say, okay, you are really active or fresh for your workout next day. That doesn't have
agreed.
a full body workout. That is like
That is not, you're never going to feel completely relaxed. That soreness, the little soreness is always going to be there, but you can't quit because of that little soreness. But if you're saying that this is a lot and you're not feeling fresh, there are a lot of other factors that could be playing a role here. It could be your sleep, it could be your work related stress, it could be literally any external due to any external pressures that you might have, or I don't know, there are like a lot of factors that play a role here. Mainly sleep also. Are you getting enough sleep?
yeah, I think that can be a reason sometimes. But is it generally recommended to do complete body training daily than dividing it by the muscle group?
Yeah. I've been doing that for years. Not years, like since 2 years I've been doing full body.
Okay.
5, 6 days even sometimes.
Okay, then I think there are some other factors that one needs to work on apart
Yes,
from strength training and diet and all.
yes.
Can I ask about, so, we're talking about we need to recover um, post workout. So we need to eat maybe proteins, higher protein content, uh, and get better sleep and things like that. What about pre workout? So what kind of stuff is good to have pre workout, and how much time you think? Like, what do you follow usually, as an
Okay,
example?
so for me, when I'm working out, like before my workouts, I prefer to work out with a very, like something very light. Like I literally have 3 dates before my workout. That's it.
Okay.
That, and I usually work out in the morning. So I am working out on the energy that I've got from my previous night's food. So I make sure that meal is wholesome and good enough that can keep me going for the next day and it has enough energy. Like it can
Is it is
provide
it
me.
is it a good idea to so probably some of us are doing in the evenings workouts, right? So morning you've had a chance to recover from your sleep, get up an hour before or something your workout and maybe have some, so you feel a bit more fresh and it's the best time probably to work out. Some of us can't do it in the mornings. Like I've had a lot of uptake for sessions in the evenings, and so we're doing evening workouts, but then you've had a long day, you're tired kind of thing. Sometimes laziness creeps in there and then people kind of uh, find an excuse. If you have to find an excuse, you find one, but then you then don't want to or take it easy. So um, ideally, I guess the best time to work out is in the morning, but if you're doing evening workouts, then to really get that energy going, uh, is something like a couple of dates enough, or you should have something more? what would give you the energy
Definitely
during that
like
one session?
a coffee shot, black coffee shot. It
That's my
should be
favorite.
good
Okay,
enough.
I
Yeah,
always do that. Okay,
that's like the best pre-workout that I could suggest.
okay. Also, another thing about food, is it so pre-workout, is it good to have carbs? And post-workout, is it good to have protein? Like, does it work that way?
Um,
This theory about you're burning, so not lose your muscles while you're working out. So carbs help you with, burning that energy. But for recovery of post-workout, you need
so
proteins to build
carbs
muscles back.
is a source of energy. Carbs provides you with energy, but what I have learned from my nutritionist is that it honestly does not matter when you're taking what you're taking.
Okay,
Basically, you
I think
have to get in your macros during the day. So whether you have your protein before your workout, after your workout, morning, night,
mm,
it does not matter at all. You just need to get it in.
we've slightly diverted the topic to food rather than the importance of strength training. But Sonal, yeah, go for it.
That's okay.
Actually, we being vegetarian, I used to go to gym, and that person he's prescribed me with so many supplements. This, that. I mean, how much are they really needed in our regular life? I mean, proteins,
Right.
yes, but
Yeah. So
others,
this is a very good question actually. So now the word supplement, the word itself suggests that it is used when you're not getting it in your own diet. It's used to supplement something, replace,
hmm,
right? So if you are not able to um, fit it in your diet, like for me, I require. So first you need to know what your requirements are, right?
correct.
Usual requirement is about almost double your body weight is how much protein you require. So it could be more or less some if you're training really hardcore, if you're doing some really hardcore training, so it could be a little more. No, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
because he has given me so many things, and that I think I get from the like you squeeze a lemon a day and you're done with vitamin C, right? Then why do you need to have the supplements with E and all? I mean, why do they prescribe? And just protein is good enough for you in the entire run, because we all don't have egg. We don't eat egg. We don't eat anything. Just we eat a lot of leafy vegetables. We eat a lot of sprouts and all. That's about it we can have. But apart from that, like for vegetarians, do you really need supplements? Like, what do you think about it?
What kind of supplements are you talking about?
As in E, I am vitamin D. Then
Yes, these things are actually very important.
you should
Your
have it.
vitamins.
Yeah.
So this has not much to do with strength or anything, but you need these things for say your skin, your hair, or in general, like vitamin C is what makes your skin good. For your heart disease, these small things, they do matter. Like for the entire body, you need your vitamins, you need your um the fish oil. So these are there's nothing wrong in taking any of these medicines. Your calcium, because we're not getting enough. Like how much calcium do you have? Like I don't think we're any of us are at an age where we're drinking milk as much as we used to as kids. So
Right.
it's okay to take calcium tablets. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with it at all.
Okay.
I have, oh, you go, Pratap.
Okay, thank you. So I have a question. I think yeah. So it's about motivation. I think inherently, I think I've been quite lazy, and then it takes me a lot of effort to actually get into some sort of a fitness activity. Here it's quite, it's nice because Faru is here and we're doing this group activity. But when during this whole COVID lockdown, the whole thing was there's no motivation. So how do you kind of keep yourself motivated? I know you're in a different league and we are in a different league, but still.
No, there's not, it's nothing like that. But again, now for me, I have always been very clear of my why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? So, I mean, there have been times where I have needed external motivation. I've needed someone to remind me of my why. That's when you have a coach or an accountability partner is who you go to for these things. But usually you have to be clear about why you're doing what you're doing. If you are clear about your goals, what you want out of this, like, are you doing it just to have fun? Are you doing it because you want to stay fit in the long run? Are you doing this to compete? Or are you doing this to get thin? Are you doing this to look a certain way? Whatever the reason might be, it's your goal. So your
I
unique.
think a lot of us tick box across all of those that you just mentioned. We want everything, you know. But no, it's yeah. I try to remind people. I mean, the first thing is because we're doing group things. I think it is trying to motivate each other
It
automatically.
definitely helps.
It
Yeah.
helps me also. I think to see a group of people and everyone. If he can do it, I can do it. And other aspect is I think the mental side of things where if you make something fun to do, then who
Yeah,
doesn't
very
like
well.
having fun? Everyone likes having some fun. So fun is important. And I try to, sometimes I get lazy too. And I remind myself how I feel after I've done the workout,
Exactly. Which
you
is
know?
why the tempo
So
workouts, I wouldn't
yeah.
suggest to do them every day because those can get really boring.
Mm. I try to pull
Because
people's
that's
leg.
slow.
Some other people enjoy that, so they want to watch the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
workout.
See,
They
that
come in
is
before that. But
beneficial, but that's
yeah, no,
again
I understand.
slow.
Yeah,
You need patience to do something like that. Like, imagine 5 seconds you take just to do a squat, like 5 seconds.
yeah.
Now. So, yeah.
Pratap has been good. Like recently, we have very few people will watch a recorded session and then do a workout. So what we do is in this format, if someone's not able to make it on that time, we record it and we send a link out. So, for example, if I've forgotten to send the link out, Pratap asks me for the link,
Wow.
and then he does the workout, and so he's into it. And I think once you're into that mind frame, it is. I think the mental side is, um, once you're into that, don't leave it. Just don't let it go. Whether we're doing it here on a fitness or you're doing something else.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
go for a walk or go for a run and just keep something going. I think
Yeah,
consistency is
because
another thing.
once you leave it,
Anything. Yeah,
it is quite difficult to get
get
back
back.
on track then. But again,
Yeah.
an accountability partner is something that would always help. Just have someone.
That's a good idea. I think I can float this idea onto the group and everyone choose a accountability partner to start with. So what do you do
Yeah.
as an accountability partner? What's that idea? So what do you expect the accountability partner to take account of what you've done each day and like keep a check on you, something like that? Or
Not not so much of micromanagement, but just to make sure that you're working out. Someone who's sitting on your head and just making sure, like, आज किया कि नहीं.
that is
Then that
micromanagement.
definitely doesn't qualify. Like the real partners of life shouldn't even do it for each other. It just should. I had a question actually. Does your body sometimes go into this phase where it's overworked?
Definitely, yes. And you should never underestimate rest days. Like, get your massages on time, sleep a lot. Like, if it is a Sunday and Sundays are meant to sleep, I sleep. I sleep throughout my Sundays, or I'm like somewhere out. Um, but basically, it's about the recovery. Needs to be taken seriously. Stretching is very important. Stretching, yoga, things like these is what will help your body get back the next day.
And does it? Are there like any signs that we should like know that your body is overworked? And so it's like a message that sometimes our body is giving us, but we are so engrossed with our own motivation and our own goals that we actually ignore those signs. Like if there was a point where I was like, I have to get to a certain size, or I want to get to this certain strength, and if I'll take 2 days break, I will not. So then you ignore, and then I don't know, you get injuries, or then you're not able to
Right, that
perform.
happens a lot. That has happened with me also, where you tend to neglect that point and you tend to cross that boundary. So, honestly, I feel it takes a little bit of experience for you to understand and listen to your body, is what they call it. So, for you to understand when you need that rest. So you will, after a certain point of time, so you will make mistakes. Everyone has made these mistakes wherein they've overworked their body and then got injured or something of that sort. But you will have to learn for yourself. Like there's nobody who can come and tell you to stop, because they don't know what's happening inside your body, how you're feeling. So that is something that you will have to figure out and listen to what your body is telling you.
Okay, fine.
I wanted to ask one more thing. So sometimes I think about doing 2 workouts in a day, which is morning I'll do say a cardio or a hit session, and then evening I'll want to do just weights. Um, is that a good idea to do, like 2 hours a day or something like that? Or everyone's
It,
body is a bit different, but it's okay.
yeah, so it's not a bad idea at all. But again, now this depends on the rest of your schedule also. Now, how hectic is the rest of your day, so that you don't overwork yourself. If the rest of
Got it.
your day is relaxed and you can and your body can take that, then it's fine. But if your entire day is hectic where you're also mentally exhausted, and if your work is such, then I would suggest don't. Because your body is already, you're putting it under mental pressure with your work all day, and then you're also giving it the physical pressure, and you're
Yeah.
physically exhausting yourself. That's when you won't even get enough rest for you to get back the next day,
Mm.
because you have literally like exerted your body and pushed it so hard.
And probably the risk of injuries goes up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got the answer for my question that I asked. It's, it's the same thing that applies.
Yeah. Yeah, you cannot underestimate your mental strength over here when it
Mm.
comes to training, any kind of training.
Right.
Like your mental state of mind matters a lot. Like where you are placed mentally, it affects your training, and it definitely will.
Right.
Okay. We're almost out of time, but I think yes, another 5 minutes or so. So anyone has any more questions can think of can ask. But Sehej can give us like an
Can I
ending
ask a
note.
question, Sahej?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the achievement that you've done for India, how does that like make you feel? I know you must obviously feel proud, and that's obviously there. Is it something that you would like tell people that you should what I don't know? I just want to know what goes on mentally, how you feel about this whole thing.
She just shows off a
Um,
lot.
I do not. I do not.
Joking.
Um, yeah, I mean, for me, it's more about making my parents proud and how they feel. And I've seen the kind of respect that people have, and it has increased a lot since I represented India. So there were times when I was not taken very seriously, and I should just go to the gym. Like my parents themselves did take it seriously, and I realized it. I had to prove myself to earn that respect.
Yeah.
So once I did, I was like, okay, there's no turning back from this now.
What next then from here?
So currently I'm doing weightlifting, and the long-term goal is Olympics, but I
Yeah.
don't know now. That's really long.
Don't forget us that time.
I never. You have to come there and watch
Of course.
live.
Okay, great. I think anything in the end you just like to add before we all get on with the rest of the day.
I would just
Anything
like
to
to add, I mean, whatever it is, whether it's strength training or cardio or any kind of HIIT, whatever it is, Pilates, yoga, just continue to keep yourself active. It honestly does not matter. I just came here to give you the benefits of it, but you don't have to follow that. Just do what makes you happy and continue to stay active in any form of fitness. Like, even if you just want to cycle every day, you want to run up the stairs up and down 3 4 times, even that is more than enough. As long as just keep your body going, like, there has to be the blood circulation. Don't sit, especially now because we're all at home and you're sitting all day. You will end up having back problems, neck problems. So avoid all of that. Keep getting up, staying active, even if it's just a few walks in the house that you're taking. To keep doing some back exercises because of the posture. Like, you have to be very mindful of the posture you're sitting in all day. So these little things will affect, like right now we won't see it, but because of the kind of lifestyle that we're all leading right now, it will affect all of us in the long run, which is something I'm really worried about. Like, because I've seen my mom, I'm seeing my parents already aging at 50, and it scares me. Like, that's one thing I would not want, and that's one thing I always suggest. Like, I don't want people to be I don't want to see people aging so early, and I think that will happen if we live the kind of lifestyle we are and we don't keep ourselves active. It's very important.
Okay. We're hardly reaching. Some of us are hardly reaching even our 30s right now. So we have some
Oh,
time.
that's not like
That's for
50,
another time.
55.
Okay. It was really nice having you. Thank you for taking your time out for us as a group.
Thank you. I'm glad
Um,
this was really informal, and you know
yeah.
that
The
was the
whole
best
idea is,
part.
if you keep it casual and fun, then more people are interested and open to asking whatever they feel like.
Exactly.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Take
And
care,
how do
and
if people want to get in touch with you, how do they just say hello, or they want to follow you, see what you're doing for India, etc. What any-
right, you can just follow me on Instagram. It's sehej.maini. Faraz can probably send it to
yeah.
you,
Okay, cool.
right? And do let me. I would love to join one of your sessions of fitness.
Okay, cool.
Let me know when I can do that.
Next week then sometime.
Done. Done. Done.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Cheers.